We are live. Good morning. Before we get started, we're going to hear from one of our sponsors. If you want to be a sponsor of this show and have your video put up here, just reach out and contact us and we will get you on as a sponsor. Let's hear from Yvonne from the home warranty company, Platinum.
Hi, my name is Yvonne Hunter and I'm with Platinum Home Warranty. If you've not heard of us, we're known for our in-house technicians and high customer service reviews. So check us out on our Facebook page or on our website to learn more about pricing and coverages.
Very good. Good morning. Anyway.
You're a clapper today.
I am a clapper. I'm going to wake people up. You know, if you're anything like me or us, really, for that matter, you struggle to stay focused. You spend your time on the wrong things, and you don't have your priorities in order. A lot of us out there deal with that type of mindset. So how do you become more effective in your life and reach a higher level of success? Well, today on Midweek Mindfreak, we're going to go over the 8 things holding you back from reaching your level of success.
Chuck and Angela run multiple million-dollar companies. They are members of Riz Media's Billionaire Club, have coached and mentored thousands of agents, and are international speakers. They say by radically changing your mindset, not only can you change your outlook on life, but affect the actual results you obtain. Welcome to Midweek Mindfreak.
Good morning. You know, I listened to that, and that is such a true statement. Change your mindset, and you will change your life. That's why we do this. We hope that these topics maybe just trigger something where you get to use it, because these are things that we do in our own life and went from being broke to the level of success we have. So, I'm going to go over a really simple definition of happiness. A really simple definition is just the removal of unhappy. You remove unhappy.
That is
blow
so
your
deep.
mind.
Look at the brain behind you. Is this
That's
splatter.
right. It's so I guess then when you look at the true meaning of success as well, a successful person removes the things that hold them back from growth.
A successful person removes unsuccessful
Things. Yes. And that's what we're going to kind of be really hitting on, because we live in a give me more society. Everything's about more. I always joke around, one of the things that it just makes me laugh all the time that should not exist at all are storage units. And
I know,
you so see true. Them more and more.
Popping up everywhere.
All storage units is a place you pay outside of your home to store more shit that you probably don't see in years. It's mind-blowing, the society that we live in. You know, I'm going to deviate just a little bit. When we go to Europe, especially in Italy, you don't see this. You don't see this type of hoarding of stuff or storage units.
We actually talk to people about that.
Yeah, it's truly amazing. People don't live for the more. It's almost something that we see in our country. A give me more society. We think we're winning by the material possessions and the degrees we have and the likes on Facebook and Instagram, and it's just stuff.
Oh my gosh, you're so right.
I'm
embarrassed for us.
Yes. So the ability for success is often of what we subtract. And I hope this hits home, because it really hits home for us. So the goal is to focus on removing the crap in your life and focus. So when you remove all the crap, you get the focus on those 1 or 2 things that will help you become more successful. So we're going to be talking today about the 8 things
Yeah.
I can't breathe in my house.
It's the construction dust.
The construction
Because
dust.
we wanted
Could more.
more stuff in our house.
Holy shit.
Oh no. Okay, so we're talking about things to remove. And this one, the one that I'm gonna start with, is something that we talk about, but it's increasingly encroaching into my life. And that's notifications. I can't tell you all of the sounds that come out of my phone and my computer. And I've talked about this before. And I understand there's a place for notifications and for good communication and getting back to people. But I'm getting pinged and dinged and whatever, wazinged from workplace chat.
You get zinged?
Wazinged.
Oh, was it?
Workplace chat, Instagram, Slack.
Maybe you might get
texting,
a bada bing.
Email. And the list goes on. And the list goes on. And it's popping up on my screen and it's dinging on my phone. And that's distracting. And sometimes, like, I turned my phone upside down, and I silenced it so that I don't do this the whole time that we're on this Midweek Mindfreak. Notifications they have a place, like to wake you up in the morning or something, but it can become such a distraction if you react to those notifications incessantly. So if every time, and I have to fight back every time it dings, if I'm picking it up and looking at it, or I'm looking at my screen, then you cannot possibly keep your mind on the straight track.
And actually, it wasn't even because of this topic, and I don't know what made me do it, but
You
it's
deleted Candy Crush?
no.
Oh.
You deleted the Candy Crush.
Yes, like 2 years ago, and I'm really glad.
But my point is probably for almost a year now, my phone's on silence.
Mm-hmm.
My phone doesn't ring, it doesn't bing, it doesn't ping.
It doesn't wazing?
Wazing. No, nothing.
Woo!
Yes. And actually, I feel so much better.
And you're not missing much, are you?
No, because look, if it's
Those people
important,
are, because you're not responding.
I know, I can see Steph right now. Of course, you don't respond to nothing. I know, and I feel liberated. No, but my point is, if it's important, they're going to leave a message, and I listen to my messages very often. So that's how you could weed out. So
I have been silencing my phone more often, just because I can't even think in a straight line.
I also notice what you do. Every time your phone rings, you answer it. And that's why I think it's great technology that you put names in the phone so that you know who's calling.
I get a lot of calls from Mr. Spam. Mr.
Potential Spam.
I don't answer those.
That's our new friend. I answer that all the time. I wonder who it is.
So anyway, the first one is notifications. Very distracting.
The next one is television. Now, I know it's not as big of a deal, but believe it or not, television is notorious for draining your brain. And flicking through channels and going on there. Remember, we're talking about getting rid of distractions in your life to focus to become more successful. And every one of these topics, I'm going to tell you, what makes me laugh is how many people come to me and they go, coach me. I want some of your time. Tell me what I need to do to be more successful. And here's what I hear quite often. And I know you hear it too, but I'm too busy. And I'm like, shit, man, you are not too busy. If you are not at the level of success you are at, you are not too busy. You're focused. Your time is consumed in the wrong areas.
Correct.
So here's the part with the television. How many people, like here, I'll give you a challenge just to prove my point. Go on Facebook, go onto a group and say, hey, give me some recommendation for things to binge watch. And your feed will blow up.
Yeah. So
all these people who tell me they don't have time. So here's what I do secretly. I look to see who's commented. And you can't believe how many people are like, hey, look at all these 10 shows that I've been watching. That's the same person who says they have no time.
We barely ever watch TV, and it's only at night, and I always fall asleep.
Yeah, it's right before we go to bed pretty much. So if we stay awake, great. If we don't.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we were wee-weeing. But anyway, so with television also, here's the other thing. I know when I was younger growing up, TV shows were a little different than now. Everything now is like reality TV. So it's not
really reality.
Yeah. but here it is, because it says reality.
We think
People
it's
watch
real.
it and thinks it's reality, and it just jacks your mind up. So that reality TV, binge watching, and the news, look, guys, get rid of it. You will become more successful.
And that is so true.
Yes.
Cartoons are jacked up.
God, if you have kids,
Do you watch the cartoons your kids are watching? They are jacked up.
it's disturbing. Just completely disturbing. So anyway, that's mine.
Okay, so the
Yeah,
next
but-
one is an interesting one. Some people distract themselves in different ways. And I have observed this so many times. People are like distracting themselves by, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing, by helping others. They're always answering somebody's question or helping them fix a problem. Now, I am not saying that helping others is a bad thing. You got to help people. But some people are helping others as a form of avoiding what they need to get done.
Yeah.
Right?
It's almost an excuse.
And it's an excuse. It's like, hey, what did you get done today? You know what? Not a lot. I got so many people asking me questions, and I just had to put out a bunch of fires, and I just had to help people through situations. And no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You chose that. Now, sometimes you need to help people, but if it's a distraction taking you away from what you should be accomplishing that's worth your time, then that's a problem.
Yep, exactly. The next one, you want to become more successful, get rid of toxic people, especially toxic friends. And I use that word loosely, friends, because we assume they're our friends, but they're not friends. If you're with a toxic person that's
Sucking you
always
dry.
negative, that's always bringing you down, and they disguise it as criticism, get rid of them. This goes with family members too. I'm going to tell you,
We put our foot down with that.
we put our foot down. And look, there's a difference, because people will say, yeah, but you're Christians. You're supposed to love your brothers. Well, loving them and letting them in your life, sucking the life out of you, are two different
Two
things.
different things.
My family member calls up and they need something, I'm there for them. But I sure the hell ain't letting my toxic family members suck the life out of me and affect me from my growth and my happiness and growing. So get rid of toxic people. Guys, we keep saying this. You are the product of the 5 people you hang around with most. It is extremely true. If you're not reaching the level of success, you need to analyze who are the people you're spending the most time with. It affects you. Come see us. We are very protective of our inner circle, and we constantly strive to be around bigger thinkers. It's one of the reasons why we joined EXP, is because there are bigger thinkers.
Way bigger than I
We
thought,
got
too.
rid of so much toxic bullshit out of the office,
Mhm.
and now we're just growing. So toxic people disguised as friends. Look for the positive ones.
Good summary statement, honey.
Yes.
Okay. The next one is some people, this is a lot of you. So if you're not listening, you know, sit up, because this might be you. You distract yourself and you hide it. You disguise it as, I'm just preparing or I'm learning. Like, I know some of you are sitting in front of YouTube trying to learn this or that. Great. That's awesome. Hi, sister. She's not one of them. So here's a very interesting thing. Let's say I'm learning KV Core, which I am, from Jedi Master Nicole Chambray.
She is a Jedi.
She is a Jedi Master.
She
in
is a
KV Core.
master. She is manager. She's the boss. That girl wears so many hats. I think her head's going to just start to tilt.
Right. But there's a difference between learning something and applying it quickly and taking massive action on it, and learning and learning and learning and learning so that you don't have to do. Some of you are preparing to prepare to prepare to learn to learn to prepare to prepare, and you're not getting anything done. And it's your own fault because you're not taking massive action on any of it. You're just using the excuse to pass the time.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to jump, because I think this one goes next in good order, which kind of goes for that, is striving for perfection. You know, it's that preparing because sometimes you want it to be perfect, that you think everything needs to be perfectly done right before you can start taking action. First of all, I believe it's an excuse most of the time. So there's a difference between striving for perfection and striving for excellence. I like to strive for excellence, but that doesn't mean don't do something until you're ready. Get out there and do it. Here's the thing. There's no such thing as perfection. It's always a moving target. So I think that's kind of a false narrative. But I like that there was one thing. How do you get through striving for perfection? Set deadlines. Say, no matter what, I'm going to get it done by then. Steve Jobs did that, rolling out the original iPhone. He gave them a deadline. It was like a week. And he goes, I want it out. And they really pushed back. They go, no, it's not ready. No, he says, this is the deadline. And they got it out. Because Steve Jobs knows something, that everything always will need improving. And you just come out with different models. And in reality, he sold more stuff that way by saying, look, the new and improved, the new and improved.
Right.
So stop striving for perfection.
This is my favorite one. My favorite one is very personal, because distractions are personal. What will distract one person may not be a problem at all for another one. So here's how you can identify them for yourself. You need to think of an activity that you know, she means that too. She is loving it.
Yes.
And I'm thankful, Nicole Chambray. So she's been our friend forever. She's in our inner circle.
Like ever and ever.
Yeah. So anyway, you have to think of right now, I want you to think of something that is hard for you or difficult for you to do, that you tend to procrastinate but needs to get done. So for me, an example would be a highly administrative task that requires a lot of attention to detail. I'm going to put that off as long as possible because it's hard for me. It's not natural for me to do that. So think of an activity like that. And then you have to do this. You would have to say, notice all the other things that you make an excuse of why you're procrastinating. What are those things that you use to put off doing that task? So if you get up and you do your dishes, or you're up trying to get something else, you take a phone call, you're getting back on your email, all of those things that you're using to procrastinate the thing you need to get done are distractions for you. And as soon as you point at them and call them a distraction, you can get rid of them, at least for long enough to get that task done. That's something that needs to get done.
And then I think this last one is my favorite, and it's one that we've worked on for many years, and I think I'm getting really good at it. You
are getting good at this.
This another big distraction to success is the needing to say yes all the time. Guys, having good boundaries is the market of a healthy individual. And don't be a yes man. Learn how to say no. Most people who say yes all the time are just people pleasers.
No is a complete sentence.
No is a complete sentence. And I have to tell you, where I'm at in my life right now, I don't have time for bullshit. I got no time for people who want to suck the life out of me. I got no time for people who keep saying, I want your time, but are willing to do nothing in return. The answer is no. You're not getting my time. My time is the most valuable thing to me.
He gives me a lot of it.
I do. I give you all of my time.
I love it.
And so that's a big deal. And when you know what to say no to, it's because now you're focused on what's important in your life.
Ooh.
You know what's important. So anything that does not fit that narrative gets a no.
Best cleaning crew on the planet.
Yes, you guys
Kim
need
Martinez.
a great cleaning crew. Reach out to
It's
Kim.
called the crew or something.
The crew.
I think.
So it's crew. Yeah. So anyway, that's a big deal that will change your life, being able to say no to things. And look, you get these things in order, start eliminating these things.
It's liberating.
Now I want to make something clear. It's not just eliminating. You're eliminating so that you can focus your time on doing what is important. Not eliminating and just sleeping
more.
Like Rip Van Winkle. I don't know if anybody knows who Rip Van Winkle is.
It's an old story.
Anyway, well, I'm an old guy.
It's true.
So we appreciate you guys tuning in for Midweek Mindfreak. If you like some advice to us, reach out. If we say no to you, don't be insulted. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. God bless you guys.